Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. In-depth video forecast discussion for this evening on this 14th of April, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, and it's starting to feel like spring outside, definitely. And, well, today, of course, is a great day for doing things. Got a lot of stuff done around the office and in the garage, too. But I have to tell you, it's exhausting when you're doing it by yourself. So just a little bit by day, Let's get into the weather now, and let's take a look at what's going on. Yeah, we have the air conditioner on today too, just to kind of clear out the air a little bit from the pollen. Temperatures right now this hour at around 6 o'clock or so, heading into the upper 50s and low and mid 60s, pretty uniform around the area. Before the clouds rolled in this afternoon, we did have some high temperatures that reached into the upper 60s and low 70s around the region, which was very, very nice to see for this time of the year. That's above normal. This morning, we had temperatures that were in the 30s and 40s across the area under clearer skies, and we had that beautiful sunshine and beautiful sunrise this morning too, but that all faded away real quick. Let's take a look at the latest visible satellite here from Rutgers at the Weather Network in New Brunswick here, and it's obscured. Lots of clouds around the region now. This is all filled in over the last couple of hours. There's been a couple of raindrops too. Latest radar from Rutgers using the leaflet is showing some of that precipitation now. Like we mentioned in the previous video, across central and southern New Jersey, it's been a little spooky above here in the Poconos here in northwestern New Jersey. Most of the first wave is heading out south and east. We'll get into that in just a moment. Get another interesting afternoon and evening. Onshore flow here across Long Island Sound and also across the North Shore and South Shore of Long Island. Let's take off these Hoover buttons for a minute and put this all back here. So temperatures, again, southwest flow here, onshore flow here, and that is the reason why everything is looking the way that it did. We wanted to take a look at the 12-hour precipitation. I know this seems a little strange because, we really haven't had any in the area, but there's been some here across central and southern New Jersey, southwestern, southeastern Pennsylvania, central and southeastern Pennsylvania, maybe a couple hundredths of an inch here at the most, but there's been a little bit greater amounts here over Maryland and also over Virginia and Annapolis, and that's affecting east. If we took that off and put the National Weather Service Doppler radar on, this is a reason. Some of the heavier rain is located in the greens in this area and the darker blues as well. Right now on the Weather and Hazards Data Viewer from the National Weather Service region, it's not showing any advisories here in the area, but that's all going to change. And moseying on out to the large-scale continental water vapor, low-level water vapor channel, look at this cluster of showers and thunderstorms erupting here in southeastern Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi and portions of the Gulf Coast region this afternoon, also across portions of central and southern Texas. And this is upper level low here and an upper level low here and high pressure blocking it here. So this is divergence and diffluence happening over the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, also over the Virginias here, the mid-Atlantic states, and all of this water is heading up in our direction. This is water vapor. But this tells me of the shower and thunderstorms that are ongoing. This tells me of the showers and thunderstorms that are blooming up too. We'll get into that in a minute. Here's another upper level low across the Utah area here in the northwest here in the central northern west, and a very active subtropical jet stream still. So we got a lot of blocked up pattern heading in our direction here. Oh yeah. If we flash on now the National Weather Mosaic radar here, look at all these showers and thunderstorms here erupting in southeastern Texas and parts of Louisiana and the Gulfport regions here. Another cluster here over Texas and here over Oklahoma as well. So there's lots of action here, and all of this is heading in our direction in terms of rainfall from disturbances in both flows heading in our direction over the next 24 to 36 hours. iWeatherNet from Texas, providing us with those showers and thunderstorm radar here over Houston, Louisiana, Gulfport regions of Mississippi and Alabama here into the western panhandle of Florida, and a couple of thunderstorms here too, just well to the west of Virginia Beach here in interior Virginia. And we do have a warning out here for this particular thunderstorm, which is over southeastern Haskell County in west central Texas, northeastern Jones County in west central Texas, and northwestern Shackleford County in west central Texas until about 5:45 Central Daylight Time, just about an hour or so from now. Thunderstorm located and moving in this direction. It's moving, it's impacting these areas, severe thunderstorm including US I-83 near Throckmorton, and Baylor County, and a line in the intersection of US 380 and Highway 222. So we're dealing with that now. If we went in to see some storm reports, well, there was some hail with some of this report coming in 2.75 inches. That's huge. Over Jones in the county of Jones in Texas, train spotter with that. Also in North Carolina, northeast of Flowers in Johnston, North Carolina, during the afternoon hours here, a few hail reports coming in. Believe it or not, it's still snowing in Colorado. They've had 1.4 inches in Custer County in Colorado this afternoon as well. So that's incredible. And with this upper level low, we're finding some hail here over Delta, in the city of Delta here, the county of Millard, state Utah, being reported at 0.38 of an inch. So very interesting. And it's also snowing, or we had some snow reports also in the hills, the Cascades here and into California. Placer in California, 2 inches of snow, and also a half of an inch of snow at Bridgeport in Mono County in the state of California. Lightning, we've got that. Yeah, we do. It's coming up. Look at all these lightning strikes here. With this big thunderstorm cluster in Texas here, where that thunderstorm watch is in effect here, thunderstorm warning in effect, and all these lightning strikes heading into Tulsa, just to the south of Tulsa and Lawton, and also right along the Gulf Coast here. They're getting hammered in Baton Rouge and portions of Mississippi as well, and also near Houston. There's some very strong thunderstorms with some dangerous lightning inside of them. And of course, some of the lightning from some of the thunderstorms here on the south side of this warm front here into the Virginias area is showing up just south here of southeast of Roanoke and Lynchburg. And this thunderstorm area is heading to the north and east. Switching gears for a moment here, the western states are experiencing a spike in COVID here, and it's showing up now, especially in the darker blues. That's medium range, a medium to high range in the darker blues here, and that is showing up here over Detroit and Michigan here. This is a very dangerous situation going on up here, and also across New England. New Jersey is still in the medium to moderate side here across southeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern New York, the New York City metropolitan area, all of New Jersey still. Not time to let your guard down, that's for sure. And of course, with allergies, there is a lot of coughing going around across the country with the blooming index going on. Let's check strep. Yeah, there's some strep going on across the country as well. Fever, well, everybody's got a little bit of that these days, either in your mind or in your body. And cold and flu, well, that's predominant across the area as well. National hazards, lots going on here in the upper Midwest here. And it is a winter weather advisory and winter storm warnings here. These are red flag warnings where there's specifically a high concentration of drought here across the desert southwest and across Florida, across southeastern Texas. There's also a severe thunderstorm watch here. There's lots of flooding here going on through Louisiana and Mississippi's Delta and western portions of the panhandle of Florida as well. And yeah, up here, yeah, get that. That's winter storm watch for the Green and White Mountains. Taking a look at the national observations here on the East Coast time this evening at about 5:30 or so, 5 o'clock hour. It's pretty warm here across central and southern areas of the country, obviously, along where the showers and thunderstorms are. Look at the differences in temperature between 77 and 60, where the air is cooled and thunderstorms are occurring in this area. And it's very, very warm across the Gulfport regions as well, very humid. And of course in Mexico, wow, got temperatures in the 90s here. So, and then you got all this cold air here in the upper levels of the atmosphere across the northern plains, down into the northern Rockies here. So there's a clash between showers and rain and snow in the higher elevations. 24-hour temperature change. Well, it's very wet in this area, and that's the reason for that. Upper level lows too, and that's the reason why the temperatures are shifting into this negative terrain below where they should be. Yeah, here too. Weather Prediction Center through Friday morning has the severest amount of moderate to slightly higher than average precipitation here along the Gulfport regions from Texas into Mississippi and Alabama's Gulfport region. Excessive for day 2. Why isn't it showing up? It's trying to show up right along the Gulfport regions, and that would be until Friday as well. And excessive rainfall for day 3, again, in through Saturday now, along this region here in the Gulfport regions. Let's see. Over the next 168 hours, it looks quite wet here in New England with rain and snow mixed in here. New Jersey not too shabby either. And of course the heaviest here right along the Gulf Coast and into the southeastern states here. Portions of Florida too. Portions of the Midwest and the Rockies. Very dry here. Very dry. And let's take a look at the CPC's outlook, 6 to 10 day temperature probabilities because of all this blocking that's going on. We've got cold air in the central and eastern United States between Tuesday, the 20th, and Saturday, the 24th. The warm spots here are central and southern Florida. The dry spots here again across the west with a ridge, trough axis in the east. 8 to 14 day temperatures. From the 22nd of April to the 28th, again, cooler east of the Continental Divide, warm here in central and southern Florida, and warm and dry across the west of the Continental Divide. Obviously, where it's cool, it's going to be pretty wet. It's going to be pretty dry here from Tuesday through Saturday, the 24th, from the 20th to 24th across the northern plains, and all of the western United States, basically, and the eastern United States, slightly wetter than average. 8 to 14 day, obviously not only being cooler, but being pretty wet too in this area here versus the dry area here. Change in this forecast over the last couple of hours too for the Washington Cascades, Idaho, and Northern California. Everybody's interested in that snow across New England here, and it's a couple of inches. And again, you're going to have to get better than 1,500 to 3,000 feet before you start seeing some of these heavier snow amounts, like several inches to a foot. I mean, you're really going to have to go high up. You really will. And this is a total through Saturday, because nothing is really going to happen until that time. It's going to start filling in a little bit over the next on Friday and Saturday, but the totals of the snow here won't really quite fill in until the end of the weekend. So if you're still skiing, you're going to have to go high up here in the Green and White Mountains to get that. Wanted to look at well, record highs, and I don't think we're going to see any. No. Might see some record lows, though. Let's see about that. That's going to be interesting to see if we see any record lows here. Anything that shows up? Not really. It's chilly, but for April, but it's been done before. And there are no record lows here. No. And again, over the next 66 hours, taking us out to Saturday at 21Z, the heaviest amounts of rainfall will be over New York and New England. 1 to 2 inches of rain. In northern New Jersey and the New York City metropolitan area, again, sharp cutoff between an inch, inch and a half. Even higher amounts here over across central and eastern Long Island. Northeastern New Jersey up to an inch. And then you back pedal here through northwestern New Jersey. It gets to about 3/4 of an inch, and then it just gets a little lower as you head to the south and west. Start off by using the HRR Max 1 kilometer elevation reflectivity Doppler radar forecast. Look at how all this rain just begins to fill in. As we head into Thursday afternoon, the rain's going to come down and spread east into the New York City area, northeastern New Jersey, Hudson River Valley, the Connecticut River Valley area, Islip, Long Island. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This looks good. There's another point I want to look at, the precipitative water values here from the HRR version 4 off the 18Z run this afternoon, which takes us out to 48 hours. We can definitely see an increase in water vapor here, supporting those heavier showers across the region as we head into Thursday afternoon and Thursday night here. You know, we're approaching an inch, inch and a half. That moves off the coast. And look at all this dry air that's filtering in behind the system of this closed low and surface low off the coast. We seem to have lost that. I don't know what happened, but, well, you know, here comes all the water vapor to support. Water vapor is the gas in the atmosphere to support all the heavy downpours that's coming, but then look to the west. As we head into Thursday afternoon, all that shifts off the coast into southeastern New York, Connecticut, Long Island, and the coastline. And there goes the heavy rain, and here comes all the drying that's going to occur for Friday. So if anything happens on Friday with any wet snowflakes changing over to snow, well, it's going to happen quick. And then it's just going to dry out as the atmosphere dries out, as the water vapor channel dries out. And heading into the weekend, the atmosphere through Friday afternoon is drying for sure. I love our American mesoscale and set models here. The HRR version 4, which has been upgraded here. Well, your visibilities are going downhill on Thursday, and they're going to go downhill quite a lot in the rain. And then it's really going to start to improve as we head into Thursday night and Friday, and your visibilities are going to go up through the roof, and things should be looking good. Could be a couple of disturbances here with the cloud cover that restrict the visibilities, but everybody else looks pretty good. And you're going to love this, the HRR version 4 total cloud cover, which is the lower layers, the mid layers, and the upper layers of the atmosphere. It's cloudy right now, and it will be. And there'll be breaks in the clouds on Thursday across portions of, let's say, the Hudson River Valley area, northwestern New Jersey, into the Poconos here. Everybody else is cloudy. That all fills back in with rain again, and it really comes down here. And then the only time you're going to start to see clearing here again, remember the whites are near 100% saturation. And then by the time you get into Friday, Thursday night and Friday, that's where the clearing comes in from the Delmarva, southwest, all the way into the northeastern U.S., all the way into New Jersey, actually, in the Hudson River Valley area. But still, there's a lot of cloud cover debris left over on Friday over the Poconos and into western New Jersey, too. So, you know, it's going to have to be monitored for some precipitation, but you know, we could be dealing with cloudy skies by the afternoon as cold air advection actually begins here And the reason why this looks like this, if we can just pull this up here, this is all cloudy actually. This is the total cloud cover. So there's not too many breaks in the clouds here on Friday afternoon, and that's because the cold air advection is wrapping around the occluded low and the offshore low off the coast. Status of spring leaf out from the National Phenology Network here as of today, the 14th of April, 2021. You got it right here. Yep. You got it right here in the reds. That's right. Right. It's early. It's early here. Early. So prepare yourself for some urban flooding, some flash flooding, and some heavy rain in spots tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Weekend weather is marginal. Drying is going to occur, but it will be unsettled and cool. And we talked about this too in previous forecasts in the MJO forecast, the Matt and Julian ice oscillation forecast, and the ENSO period going through a neutral state to a weak La Nina state right now. So that supports more troughs on the East Coast, more cooler weather than average. Maybe we're going to start to dry out a little bit as the MJO ventures from 8 into 7 and state. And, you know, maybe we'll start to dry out a little bit at the end of April and early May. But until that point, it's going to be very busy and very active. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You have a very pleasant Wednesday evening. We'll be back in video forecast discussion over the next several days.